Hey, Teresa. Okay, let me write my goal in the chat for today. Okay, pow pow in the chat early. Okay, let me do my mic check. Okay, I hurt myself. Okay, pow pow, you made it in here early. I like it. I like it. Okay, y'all. Let me go ahead and get my walking pad going here. Started at 2.5 miles per hour for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna ramp it up. Let me get my watch going. Yeah, I said I supposed to be walking backwards, didn't I? Okay, hold on. Well, okay, I'll change it after I warm up. How about that? So I'm gonna walk for 5 minutes and then I'll turn my walking pad around and walk backwards. Today's outfit is brought to you by I just do something on. So I don't know what's going on with my digestive system. I've been having a lot of problems. That's why this shirt is very loose today. I almost had some sweatpants on today too. But there's definitely something going on with my digestive system, aka my intestines, because yeah, feel very bloated, very tight, and I feel like I'm drinking a lot of water. I feel like I've really amped up my water intake. I pulled back on my sugar, so I don't know what's going on. I got some good topics we're gonna hit today. Yeah, mustard yellow does match good as well, Papa. You're right. But thank you for saying purple looks good. The weather today, this week is just horrible. Good weather day at all. Um, yeah, this week is just rain, rain, rain. See, it's probably why my service is glitchy right now. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like the weather is what's gonna is messing with my Wi-Fi and it's messing up with the clarity of my video. So we're gonna see how today goes. This has been a rainy day so far, and it's gonna continue to be a rainy week. Oh, hold on, y'all. My shoe coming undone. Can't have these problems. Okay, it's back. That's why I hate wearing these shoes. These shoelaces are horrible. It was so windy here this morning. Thank God. Thank God. Let me see what the weather. Let me check on this weather. Okay, it's giving me everything but what I asked for now. I put in my zip code so you can see what my area gonna look like. My computer moving slow. Yeah, this gonna be a problem today. I can already tell. What's going on, reluctant gamer? Welcome into the chat. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, today looks like a September day. So did I tell y'all that I just want to take a trip? Oh, cool. You got it. Okay, reluctant gamer. So before we hit our health and fitness topics, I did want to share with y'all something. I want y'all to take on this in the weather while we were on that subject. So I want to take oh, so you got a fancy one, reluctant gamer. I think I told you about my trip. I want to do Route 66. I don't know if y'all have heard about it, but sometimes people will take it. It starts in Chicago, Illinois, and it goes all the way to Santa Monica, in California. So you pass, I want to say it's like 8 states. You pass through 8 different states, I think it is. And they have different interesting things you can see along the way. Um, do y'all think it's too cold though? If I do it in October, I'm trying to see. Because yeah, right now we're getting the September like weather. I was gonna do my trip in September, but now because some things have come up, I think I gotta do it in October. But I don't like traveling when it's cold. So I'm trying to decide if I want to move it to October because I want to do some like I want to go to the Grand Canyon and I want to do some other fancy spots. Okay, y'all, I'm about to turn my shouldn't be cool then. Okay, you don't think it'll be cool? I'm about to turn my walking pad around. That way I can walk backwards. This thing's already hot. Let me move this first. Let me move y'all back so I can move my walking pad. Okay. Put y'all back so I can see you, chat. Okay, so now I'm gonna walk backwards for the duration, but we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. But y'all already know walking backwards ain't really a problem for me. I do this all the time. Hey lady, are you in the WNBA? Look like you got skills. Well, Elvis, I appreciate you being nice, but no. I played a little ball back in like middle school, high school, but track and field has always been my number one sport. So yeah, I'm a track girl. Really, LJ, I prefer to travel when it's cool. I don't like it when it's so hot. Well, I want to go to like the Grand Canyon. You're pretty too. Thank you, Elvis. See, you're new here. I love a good compliment. You'll go on my good list. Um, I don't like the cool pow pow. The cold, I've never been able to embrace them. I'm born in December, so it's always cold for my birthday, and I'm not able to embrace the cold weather yet. I always travel somewhere hot for my birthday. Um, you got a million of them, Elvis. Um, but the reason why I was worried about the cold weather is because I'm starting, of course, like places like Chicago, I think it'll be easier to embrace like the cold weather because I feel like Chicago, it snows there. But then as I travel west to like Arizona and Cali, those are the two places I'm most excited about. I mean, I've been to California before, but as far as what I want to experience will be different than what I have in my past. And so I really want it. I really want it to be nice and warm. I don't want to have to be worried about packing layers or. Yep. December, baby, pow pow. So I don't know. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna figure it out. I hope I don't have to push my trip to like next year. 'Cause otherwise, I have to push it to like the spring. And then one of the places I want to travel to, one of the parks, they only allow so many people entry per day. And so you have to be in a lottery, which I just found this out yesterday. So I'm like, dang, that's one of the places I really want to go. Hey, Gil. I'm a Swagatarius. Yeah, Sagittarius. But I always say swag. So yeah. But yeah, I just want to talk about that. That's something I'm trying to plan. It's just like a trip just to get away. Like, sometimes you just want to escape life a little bit. And I haven't traveled in a while. And normally when I do travel, it's just to like Florida. But I've been to most of these states already that I'll be traveling through. Like I lived in Texas before. I've been to Chicago. So I don't know, but I think it's more so about the journey than the states because I've pretty much been to most of them. So I think it's a journey of trying something different, hitting the road. I'm a fitness trainer, interested. Fitness challenge, hands up, challenge for 5 minutes. Will you accept? Do the challenge? What's the challenge though? I'm walking. So is it part of my walking? The challenge? I don't mind challenges, but is it gonna take me away from what I'm doing? I can't accept something. This is not us Squid Games. You ain't gonna have me accepting something I don't know what it is. I'm from Philly, birthplace of freedom. Okay, y'all, let's get into our health and fitness topics for today. I've had my best travel in October and May too. There was snowing. I don't like snow though. I dealt with it in college. I'm okay. I had my share of it. Okay, so let's hit some of our health and fitness topics today. One of the health and fitness topics y'all hit me with yesterday was how do you control? Are you afraid of challenge? No, definitely not. But you didn't tell me what the challenge was, so I don't really peer pressure. Don't do nothing for me. I'm too grown for peer pressure. Okay. Um, like I was saying, one of the topics yesterday was how do you control my eating habits? Um, everyone is waiting for your challenge. What are you talking about? You challenged me. So you got to say what the challenge is. You're just making stuff up. So you tell me what the challenge is. You got to tell me what it is first, and then I'll let you know if I am going to do it because my plan for today is to walk and talk. But if you're going to take me away from that, y'all remember that smile we talked about yesterday? Okay. So I thought about it yesterday after I got off live, and I found it very intriguing. Hand stretch above your head, stretch and hold it. So just like this, that's not even a challenge. Where's the challenge? You must be new to my. You're definitely new to my channels. Sorry, you gotta do something a little more than that. You're new to the page. LJ likes to do a lot of challenging things, and doing this is not a challenge. So no, I would not do that. Control my. How do you control your mind when it comes to eating habits? So the more and more I thought about that, because I really was gonna sit here and try to break it down and give this elaborate answer to how do you control your mind when it comes to eating, because everything's a mental thing. When you really think about it, everything's mental. And I've always been taught that since I was young. If you're able to do it, you're fit. Okay. Guess I'm not fit because I'm not doing that. Uh, yeah, you knew because y'all can't peer pressure as they do nothing. And I already know I'm fit. So I don't need somebody else to tell me I'm fit based off of something they make up. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all this elaborate answer on like how to control what you eat. And I was like, there really is an elaborate answer. The answer is you just have to want it. So when I was asked yesterday, how do you control your habits? Like I told y'all, for you who follow me, I love eating sugar. Sugar is my thing. But you know what? I stopped eating it because I wanted to feel better. I just want it. So if you're overweight and you're like, oh, these foods are just so delicious, you don't care enough about what you look like. Let's hit some hard truths. LJ is normally kind of nice on here, and I try to keep it cute. But let's be honest. When it comes to controlling what you eat, you don't do it because you don't care enough. So even though you're like, oh, I want to lose this extra weight on my gut, I want to lose. No, you don't. Not enough. It's not enough of a hindrance in your life yet for you to want to make the change. Hey Dante, what's going on? Um, so yeah, I was really thinking about that because I'm going through my own little journey with sugar. And as much as I love eating sugar, even though y'all like, oh, well, you're into fitness, it's easy for you. No, it's not. I'm still human. Let's. My title does not negate who that I'm a human being. So I love eating sugar. The same reason why people like to overeat and indulge in junk food. That's my same reason. It's comforting. It makes me happy. It gives me something to do, especially because I work from home. So eating junk is great. Um, so are you eating your whole pack of butter? Y'all still that butter from yesterday? Hey Joey, thank you. I appreciate it. So I think every time I go to the grocery store or anything like that, I will always have to buy. I need to turn y'all a little bit to the front. Like I keep looking sideways to see y'all. I hope you don't the camera don't get in the table don't get in the way of the camera too much. But I kept having to turn like all the way left to see y'all. Um but yeah, every time I go to the grocery store or go anywhere, I always have to grab something sweet. Always. It's not even up for debate. It's almost like I'm a robot. But these past couple of trips to the store, I looked past it because sugar is very addicting. And so what happened? Bro, today pop out morning, afternoon, either or. I'm sorry. Yeah. Is the weather bad there, Dante? He's trying to gain weight. Um, okay, my table's not in the way. Good. What was I about to say? So yeah, it's a mind over matter thing when it comes to how do you control your eating habits. And I know I'm making it sound easier than what it really is by just saying if you really want it, but it really is that easy though, actually. If you really want something, you'll stop whatever it is that's causing the issue. A lot of people in my 600-pound life are like those shows where they're bigger. It takes a lot of times, like this one show I was watching called 1,000 Pound Sisters. The doctor, her friend came over who used to be, a little heavier as well. She lost a lot of weight, and she basically explained to her friend that based off the weight she was, she wouldn't make it past 45. And I think she already was like 41. So she was only got like 4 years left to live. And she had a daughter. So basically her mindset changed because she wants to live for her daughter. So her reason was her daughter, right? So we all have to have a reason why we want to stop something. Or when it comes to our health. So um lost my train of thought. So yeah, she changed even though she was living with a roommate who still wanted, still brought in a lot of, junk food, and in her mind, she was set to hit her goal. So she ended up losing. I think she had to lose like 100 pounds on her own before they even performed the surgery. Um, and so I think at this point, when people stop and ask me questions about how do I lose this gut, how do I do this, I'm just gonna ask them first, how bad do you want to? Like, what are you really willing to do to lose it? Because a lot of people waste my time asking questions that they're really not going to do anything with the information. If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me a health and fitness question and they didn't actually do anything I said, y'all, I'll be a millionaire. Feeling some. Y'all better learn how to ignore people like I do. My ignore game I'm telling you, it's A1. Um, you love me. So yeah, I know walking backwards helps your posterior kinetic chain. So it helps with your glutes, your hamstrings, your calf muscles. Um, and it also can help you burn more calories because your body isn't used to walking backwards. So now it has to try to adapt to what you're doing. And so it has to do a little more work to keep you stabilized. So walking backwards is a good way to also lose weight. I'm not going that fast. I only think I'm going 2 miles per hour. Normally I jog doing this, but yeah, today is walk and talk. So it's not that bad walking. I love me too. If I had $1 every time someone should listen, they would be happy. I'll be rich. All right. Um, y'all are funny. So yeah, I just want y'all to really understand that everything in life is really a mental thing. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you got different problems, and they're not problems like big problems. You have, it's like, do I get out of bed today or do I lay in bed and be lazy? You have to mentally decide how you're going to start your day, right? Do I brush my teeth today? Do I not? Do I wash my face? Do I get, there's just a lot of actions you can take throughout the day. And what you choose to do is a mental thing. And you can either make your day successful or you can lay in bed all day, be upset. You got to try to push through. I'm think when I say I'm so appreciative to all of you who get on here and keep me accountable because this is really what is helping me push through. All the mornings that I wake up and don't feel like doing this, I'm like, for one, my dedication, my determination, and my consistency is what makes me want to get up here. But what outranks all of those is you all and the fact that I know you'll keep me accountable. You'll be hitting me up like Dante do if I don't get on. Like, where you at, LJ? So, I told y'all the mornings are when my body feels the worst, like as far as my inflammation. Um, so like this morning I woke up feeling inflamed. And then with the weather looking like this, it would have been very easy for me just to be like, you know what? Today is a stay in bed type of day. But I had some things I had to get done this morning. Um, so that kind of got me out of bed automatically. But as far as getting on here, it would have been easy for me to come back home and want to get back in bed. But I said, nope, we got to work out. I legit just woke up. Let me see some of these. Let me see what was said here. Did I do that to myself? I did. Let me refresh my screen so I can see y'all chat. I need someone to keep me accountable today. I saw what you've been posting though, Kurt. Well, Dante, I'm not calling you Kurt. Dante. I saw what you've been posting. So you got to keep that up. So maybe in order to keep accountable, maybe you do something. You have to have a way to check in. So like with me getting on here, y'all keep me accountable because it's my way of checking in with y'all. Y'all see that I'm on here. AK, what's going on? It's been a minute. Um, but I think that's what anybody on here really needs to do. If you have something that you're having an issue with, don't try to deal with it by yourself. It is so easy that when you're feeling defeated on a certain day to kind of throw in the towel. And then sometimes it's a lot harder to get up than you think. So I told y'all that's the whole reason why I started going live on YouTube because I felt like I needed some accountability. I needed a why. Y'all realize like every TV show you watch, they always ask them, certain questions, like especially like your professional athletes. And their why is normally like, my kids, my significant other. So you just have to have a why. So my why is I want to feel better. I want to be able to stay in shape. Um, I want to stay my body in motion. So that's the reason why I made it to where I get on here and I work out so I can stay moving. Because once you get out of college and when you're not in any active groups anymore, it becomes very easy to just get very lazy. And that's why a lot of people try to say that the older you get, your metabolism slows and you gain weight. No, you just slow down. That's the problem. I need it to be up. So how far are you behind, Dante? When you are feeling sad, try to make something helps you. For example, when I'm feeling sad, I go to the bathroom and I start beard shaving. Okay. Just the outline of my beard. Gibbs said I want to be more healthy. I need to make one more move before I can do that. Okay. So Gib, when you say you want to be healthier, is that when it comes to food? Is it you're trying to work on working out? Like what did you feel like you're having issues with when it comes to not being where you want to be? Is it more the eating or the working out? Or a mix of two? I did go to work yesterday. I'm all the way behind. A good routine is everything. Yeah, y'all see, I try to keep that's nothing. I have to stay consistent with what time I got on here. It's one thing to say, oh, I'm gonna work out every day or I'm gonna get on live every day. I had to come up with a time that made sense that I could keep up with. So I started off at 11 and then I moved it to 11:30. Some days I feel like 11 is better. Some days I'm like, the extra 30 minutes is good. But at the same time, y'all know this is the time frame I'm roughly going to be on. So getting on, having like a consistent time frame does definitely help. It pushes me to know, okay, this is what time you got to be ready to work out. A good routine is everything. I have issues with cardio and working out. Hello. I don't know how to say your name, but hey, hey, hey. Hey, AK, good to see you, bro. How are you? Feeling good, LJ? I still taste the liquor on my breath. Oh, so we were drinking yesterday, Dante. That's why you messed up. I think you were like you just had a rough day, but you were drinking, and that's why you don't feel good. It's really busy here in the city, and I don't feel comfortable running here. But I'm moving to a quieter. Oh, okay. See, the thing is, I used to love running in the city. It would distract me from my run. I mean, yeah, you gotta keep your head on a swivel, but I used to like running in the city. Um, I feel like no matter where you are, it's just when you live in a quieter place, you gotta keep your hand in the swivel even more because if you get to a isolated area, people are crazy these days. So it's like it don't matter where you are. I just feel like you'll never feel safe for real, for real. Okay, at least you did have fun. You missed your shift, Dante. We got to get together. Did you brush and gargle? I love cardio. I can feel my body is waking up. Dopamine, and no matter how hard you try, you can't stop me anymore. Yeah, that's another thing. I do feel better after I work out. I do feel accomplished, no matter if it is just walking, because at least I'm still burning calories for the day. I'm still getting some movement in. I think what people don't understand it's the movement, right? So right now I'm activating my glutes, I'm activating my hips, my quads. It's just my blood flow going. So it's just staying in motion that's good. So don't think you have to do like a super crazy workout to reach your goals. Y'all literally see me do low impact workouts for the past 4 months. April, May, June, July. Yeah, it's been 4 months. Here's your stop time, bro. Okay, so we talked about the how you control your eating habits. You gotta keep moving. Cause it's funny because I was at the gym. I think I told y'all at the gym on over the weekend, and I did see a lot of older people. And at first I was a little irritated because okay, how do I say this nicely? Y'all already know I don't go to the gym often. But older people, and I love my older people, so no shade, they tend to take a long time on the equipment. Like one lady, she was using a leg extension machine. It's the one where you can do individual leg extensions, so it has weights on both sides, and you can alternate doing the leg extensions versus the typical one. My watch said your heart rate is not getting high enough. Are you done with your workout? But anyway, I wanted that machine next. I just got done doing glute pushbacks. I had did leg curls, so I wanted to finish with leg extensions. And she would get up and stretch and just stand there, and I'm like, but as I was leaving, I was like, you know what? Even though I was a little irritated with the older people being in there, I'm glad they're still moving. I loved it. I hope I can be in here at however old she was. Like she had to be in her 60s or 70s. I'm like, I hope I can be in here that age and still move pretty good. So it had to be nice. D nice. What's going on? Ain't seen you in a minute. Fitness guru. What'd you say? Did you say something in here? What's going on, fitness guru? What's going on, John? Okay, John. Thank you, D Nice. Y'all are some interesting people that come in this chat. But hey, I appreciate the engagement. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to. It don't even bother me. Don't even bother me. So control your eating habits. We already talked about that. You just have to mentally want it. Okay? You have to mentally want it. The next thing, y'all asked me about alternate food ideas. So I think the main thing that people like to eat that's probably the unhealthiest are chips. So let's talk about some alternatives you can do when it comes to eating chips. And let's figure out what's the issue with chips first of all. What's the issue with chips? Okay. The reason why chips are considered to be unhealthy is because the calories. Chips are a lot of calories. They're unhealthy fats, high in sodium, low nutritional value. They're normally fried in like oils that are high in saturated and trans fat. So even though they taste good, out of all those things I named, the biggest thing I would say is low nutritional value. It doesn't bring anything to the table. So your body needs certain things. So we talked about our macros. You have your macros, your protein, fats, and carbs. So you have your mac and your mic, micros and macros. Your macros are just what takes up majority of what your body needs, and your micros are, of course, the smaller things that you need. So chips don't really bring either of those. It just brings your body all the bad stuff, which is probably why we like it so much, right? Chips and dip. So some alternatives to eating chips, which I know these options y'all gonna be like, boo. But I'm still gonna put it out here because I like the crunchy sound when I'm eating. I just bought a patch mushroom, substitute that for meat, few meals. Interesting. I'm not a mushroom person at all. Dante's so funny. Okay, so baked air fry veggie chips. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. If you haven't had, they got the veggie straws. The veggie straws actually aren't that bad. The veggie straws aren't that bad. Okay, so let's take it the first step now. Let's take the first step away from the regular chips. So the first step from regular chips would be your baked chips, right? Just your regular baked chips. They're typically like they got Cheetos and They still got the same like style of chips as the chips y'all love from Lay's, but they're just baked. So really, the only difference is they're not fried, and the oils, the calories might be a little lower because of that. But I think the sodium is still high, and chips in general still offer low nutritional value. But if we want to take one step down from your regular Lay's chips, it'll be your baked chips. Okay, that's at least better. Now, if you want to take a step down from that, it'll be your baked air fried veggie chips. So you could do kale, you could do sweet potato, you could do zucchini. Um, I'm glad you like my humor. Hey, Jonas, what's going on? Where you from, Jonas? Um, you can also do roasted chickpeas. I don't know if I've ever had chickpeas. I had chickpeas one time from this food truck, and it was actually really good. Now, what they made it with must have been what sold me, because now every time I try chickpeas, I have this standard of what I think it should taste like, and cup hooey is never that. You can do nuts, seeds, and popcorn. So these are all things we can do outside of eating regular chips. At least try it first, okay? So I'm telling you, the veggie straws. Because I think a lot of times we just want, like Dante was saying, we want a crunch. Jay, I think Jonas speaks German, but I can't help you because I don't speak German. Oh, okay. So I think when it comes to eating chips, the biggest thing is the salt. So I think anytime I'm craving salt, I'm like, oh, I need some chips. So the salt and the crunch. Veggie straws got you. Um, Dang, y'all. Walking backwards. Let me see what I'm at distance wise. Cause I feel like I'm at least at a mile. Jeez. Well, for once, my watch and the walking pad are actually aligned with where I'm at. My daughter eats dry seaweed. Okay, look at her. She's already sound like she eats healthy. LJ, I thought you were walking for. But we see what type of time you on, Kurt, already. For crunchy sounds when she was making her juice, it was relaxing. Uh, I just made walking backwards look good. Okay, so instead of soda, the one thing y'all have talked to me about in this chat before was it kombucha. Did I say it right? But remember, you have to be careful with that because there are some that have just as much sugar as regular soda. So it's just like juices. You have to figure out which ones have the soda. I mean, the more sugar in them, like your green. Like even if you get like the little healthy juices, if you get the ones that have like strawberry, pineapple, more of the fruits, it's going to be higher in sugar. Even though it's a healthier sugar, it's still higher. But then versus like your green juice, normally your green juice is the healthiest. Um, yeah, you make walking backwards look forward. So, yeah, I know I didn't try the kombucha because, for one, it does have a little bit of alcohol in it because it's fermented. That's not the reason why. That don't bother me. But it was the sugar, the one I grabbed. Cause I think the one I was supposed to try was the berry something, and that one had too much sugar in it for me. Whether it's uh natural sugar or not, I rather just get fruit for that matter. Charity, hey, it's been a minute. I'm happy to see your name pop up. Um, right now I'm talking about snack alternatives. You're funny. Um, okay, so an alternative to candy is you can do dark chocolate covered almonds. So dark chocolate they always say is better for you to eat versus like milk chocolate. So do dark chocolate covered almonds. Y'all already know I'm gonna say fruit because if you're just looking for something sweet, when I go to the farmers market, they have this section. I mean, the candy is expensive, which is why I don't ever buy it. So I'm gonna keep passing by. um, but it's like they dry it out or something like that type of candy. I don't know. Maybe next time I go, I'll spend the extra money so we can talk about the candy. Um, but yeah, dark chocolate covered almonds and fruit are food or snack alternatives to candy. Okay, because you got to think candy is just nothing but refined sugar. There's no nutritional value, not much anyway, unless you're getting like something with nuts in it, peanut butter. You have a better chance of getting something out of it. Some protein, may not be a lot. Popcorn without butter is healthy. Yep, I named that one. I should name that one last. Oh, I forgot to name seeded crackers for chips. For chips, you can do seeded crackers, and you can also do beef jerky. My heart rate is my watch is like, girl, you're not walking. Pause this workout. Okay, I'm gonna increase the speed a little bit now. Watch. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here for a minute. So I increased the speed of my walking pad a little bit. Just kind of get my heart rate going. Because right now I'm still under 100. So we're gonna try to get it going. Everybody's in the chat today. Charity, I'm Dante, by the way. Yeah, Kurt in here is Dante. Well, Dante's in here as Kurt, should I say. Okay, let me finish. We just got done finished talking about candy. So ice cream. I told y'all my kryptonite when it comes to sweets. I do love my ice cream. I had just a couple, like was it last week before I started my no sugar? I had got some Breyers cookie and cream ice cream. And guess what, y'all? I didn't finish it. There's still some in the freezer, and I don't even want it because mentally I gotta do no sugar. So I'm being strong. So you can do homemade like ice pops with like milk, yogurt, fruit. But nothing I like to do is I like to get like the fruit bars. So if you're like, I'm not making it myself now. It's bad enough I don't get what I want. I'm not making it at home. So if you don't want to make it at home, you can still go to the grocery store and they have the fruit bars. Um, so it still gives you that sweetness because of the fruit. It gives you that coldness that you're looking for. A lot of times when we want ice cream, we want something cold. So cold and sweet, you still get that. Now, are you going to get your cookie and cream taste? Are you going to get your butterscotch caramel? No, you're not going to get all that. But you still get your sweet and cold. I like fruit sugar more than sugar. And that's a good thing. Charity, LJ, are we doing backwards walking this month? Well, I don't know if it's going to be this month because walking backwards, trying to walk and talk, I have to walk slower only because my walking pad is smaller than a regular treadmill. If I was at a gym, I could jog. But because I have to walk, it's taking me a lot longer to get my miles in. So today would not be a 3-4 mile day. I forgot I was changing it to walking backwards. So it'll be more of like a 1.5 to 2 mile walk day. I think right now I am close to 1.5 because I forgot I stopped the treadmill, the walking pad, when I hit the 5 minute mark. I'm not sure how far I made it in 5 minutes when I was walking forward. Um, so nothing, an alternative to cereal. So if you're already not eating the healthier cereal, like the Raisin Bran, the Cheerios, alternative. So instead of eating the Apple Jacks, the Fruit Loops, the Fruity Pebbles, which is nothing but sugar, oatmeal is a good alternative. And I'll even say oatmeal, and I'll double check this, but I think even getting the oatmeal like the cinnamon or with the flavor to it, I think that would still be healthier than the cereal. Um, so okay, I think I hit all the alternatives. So we talked about alternatives to eating chips, drinking soda, eating candy, ice cream, and cereal. So don't say Shonda didn't. Well, Shonda, LJ, y'all call me. Don't say LJ didn't help y'all with alternatives to how to get right. Okay. Oatmeal with protein powder. Is it? It makes it sweet and creamy. Okay. I'm just not a big oatmeal person. I think it's the texture. I'm a very texture person. I told you I don't like bananas. It's the texture. Y'all see me with some of the fruit before where I didn't even add it to my juice because I'm like, I don't know what that feels. Um, so oatmeal, I actually have a whole bunch of oatmeal in my pantry that I got because I was trying to do better. But that's one thing I can't do. I was trying to do oatmeal as like something quicker to eat, but I'd rather just do um I really just take my time and make my breakfast. I'll take 10 minutes over 2 minutes. Because I was thinking we are joking and laughing, but do you know we are people who eat sand and clay? We eat a lot of things that we don't know, especially in our food. Uh, Getting the close to the edge there. Okay, so I have another topic for y'all today. When I was on social media, of course, everybody want to be a podcaster these days. Everybody got something they got to say. So the topic was BBL surgery or just cosmetic surgeries in general. Are y'all against cosmetic surgeries or are you for them? Let me know your thoughts. I forced myself to eat oatmeal because of the benefits and now I like it, but it took a while. Okay, I get that. Rice is good. Rice isn't a bad thing to eat though. Rice actually has nutritional value. So it's okay to eat rice. People just don't control their portions when they eat rice. Even when you go to like a Chinese restaurant, they'll stack your plate full of rice. Now the protein it might skimp you on, but rice, you'll get plenty of that. But rice is it's a good source. It's a good carb to eat. It's even on Survivor. What do they give? What's the one thing they give them on Survivor? Rice. I'm against cosmetic surgery. You should love yourself. Okay. So okay, so what are you let's take it a little deeper then. Lately, my favorite breakfast is overnight chai pudding. Okay. Oh, that's crazy, Papa. Um, but let's take the surgery a little deeper. What if you've been working out and you just feel like you can't lose your stomach or your bat wings and you just want to be tightened up? Do you think that's okay? That tastes so funny. Breakfast in bed. So to give y'all my take, I'm against BBL surgery. There was this one person, and I knew we wouldn't even make it as friends because she was really big about cosmetic surgery. And I feel like when people say, unless you have like hormonal issues or like a certain condition that you cannot fight against no matter what you do, no matter if you change your nutrition, no matter how hard you work out. Now, when it comes to like those type of things, I get it. Well, part of me gets it because for me to deal with stage 4 endometriosis, I kind of have a bias that you can still work out and get the results you want because I have the worst. My condition is considered to be severe. It is the worst of what the condition can get. So for me to deal with that and still try to eat healthy and work out, I do kind of have a bias. And people say, oh, because of this, that, and the other, because mine affects my hormones. But genetics play a role. And so I guess my parents blessed me with some genetics that helped me fight against my medical issues a little better. So, but my issue I think I have when it comes to people getting surgery is I feel like a lot of people don't put in the work. In America, we're very big on, we want Amazon Prime with everything. We don't want to take the time to lose the weight the way we should. Even though it takes months to put the weight on, we want it gone in like 2 days, 30 days, 60 days. But it's like it took you a year to put all that weight on. You may not realize how long it took you to gain that weight because it was, you were gaining it slowly each day. And then one day you look in the mirror, you don't recognize yourself, and you think it happened overnight and it didn't. So you can't expect to lose weight and before my birthday, before like it's gonna take some time to lose it. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. They just want to go underneath the knife and then they forget or don't realize that going underneath the knife does not take away your diabetes. It doesn't take away your cholesterol, blood pressure. It doesn't take away your mental state. If you're still not gonna make the changes that got you to be that big, what's the point of going underneath the knife to begin with? BBLs are a big fat no. I like the look, but I'm scared I can't do implants. I don't want a foreign object body. I like to get my skin tightened. Okay. Um, something nice. It's just something nice to do for yourself, in my opinion. Don't do it for other people. I mean, when you really think about it, we do everything for other people. If it wasn't for people seeing what a BBL looked like, do you think we would want that look to begin with? No. But because people start saying that BBLs were the look to have, that's what people started wanting. A lot of African American features, back in the day, our features were not cute, right? Having a big nose, big lips, big butt, that wasn't it, right? Those weren't cute. Now everybody want the BBL booty, so they trying to match the genetics. Everybody want the lip fillers. So I don't care what nobody say nowadays. But yeah, I do think you have to be happy on your own and not what everybody else wants. But I do think people are influenced by what they see everybody else wanting. So I don't think people really want things for themselves. I think they want it based on what other people are saying. Uh, less for extra skin after. So yeah, I agree, Teresa. If it's for if you put in the work and you've lost the weight and you want that extra skin removed, I'm here for that. That to me makes plenty of sense. But I just don't think it makes sense for people who like, I just want a little lipo done. Girl, if you didn't have the mental willpower to not get the fat there to begin with, you're gonna get it removed and it's gonna be back there in a couple of years. Y'all don't know how many clients I have trained or know of who got the surgery done. What is it? When they make your stomach smaller? Um, got the surgery done, and the weight came back years later. You got a temporary solution. The solution is the overall solution to anything is your mental, which is how I started this live off. It's talking about your mental. You have to mentally want anything. The reason why my endometriosis and my adenomyosis does not affect me the way it could is because mentally I don't allow it to. And no, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, LJ makes it sound like it's so easy. Trust me, I told you I have my moments where I'm down in the dumps, where I'm not happy, where I'm questioning things. but I don't stay down long. So that is my mental difference. I don't let myself stay there long. I do think it's okay to embrace your emotion and how you feel in the moment, but I'm not gonna let myself stay there. And that's the difference, I think. A lot of people who deal with PCOS, endometriosis, and other issues alike, I think a lot of times they give up and they kind of just take what's coming. Oh, I just gained weight because of my hormones, because of my condition. I think for skin removal after weight loss is reasonable. These days, people don't want to put in the work. We have too many shortcuts to lose weight. Yep, for sure. I want to gain weight. I feel like I'll be trying to lose it. But you have to gain the weight the smart way, Dante, or then you'll be on here saying the same thing. So you just have to increase your calorie intake with healthy eating, and it'll come on good. But you don't want that ugly weight gain. How much weight are you trying to gain, Dante? I'm actually happy with my weight. My weight fluctuates between 120 and 125. I used to be between 130 and 135. And then when I got sick, I actually got down to 112. That was back in 2022, 2023. Um, because of the way my body was feeling, I just didn't want to eat a lot. I also lost some muscle mass. So yeah, I went from being 130, 135 all the way down to 112. So now I'm back roughly, my weight goes between 120, 125. So I'm happy with my weight. I want to tone things up a little more, tighten things. 25 pounds. I'm 175 now, but I still look 125. How tall are you, Dante? So don't go based off the number though. Don't just try to go based off the number and say, "Oh, I want to gain I want to be even 200," because that could look different on everybody. So okay, I just say take it a pound at a time and see what you like. I believe building healthy habits and discipline to maintain a good, healthy lifestyle. Yep. Okay, Dante, you're 6'1". Wow, LJ, you're at a good weight. Well, thank you. I've had to grow to like this weight. I kind of like when I was 130. Um, honestly, I didn't really notice a difference in my weight because I guess I had more muscle on me then. Now that I'm smaller in weight, I definitely have to make sure it's less fat and more muscle because it is going to look different. So once I get off here, I'm gonna make sure I drink some water because I'm just feeling very, very tight in this area. Hence why I said my shirt like this. Normally I have it nice and tight. No, loose. Everyone tells me I'm too skinny now, but I'm at a healthy weight. Okay, as long as you like your weight, that's what matters. Thank you, Charity. Are you happy with how you look and feel? Kirk, you are confusing me. Who is Jack now? Yeah, I think it's a problem. Yeah, I hit my head on everything. Yeah, this walking backwards, I be feeling pretty good now. So yeah, I probably did more like two miles today so far. If you include the 5 minutes that I did when we first started. So yeah, I thought I was gonna do 3 to 4 today, but that was walking forward because I was gonna make sure I had the walking pad. Let me see what the speed I'm at today. Oh, this is where you could push for the cycle through faster. Okay. No, I don't want to know that. Uh, I think it said 2.2 is my speed. Yeah. Jack Daniel Papa. Papa, you're funny to me. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. You're still walking. Yeah, I'm still walking. What about it was Jack Smith? I don't know Jack Smith. Papa, you're funny. Yeah, you got to give all the details, Dante. So yeah, at the end of the day, y'all gotta be happy with the way you look. I don't even care no more. But people, if people try to tell me I'm too small, oh, okay, you too big. How about that? Get out my face. I don't care. What they said to Craig, he was like, Craig was like, it's small in here. They was like, no, you just big in here. Yeah. People are always people who are gonna say negative things about you is really like a jealousy thing or an envy thing, or it's some type of, vibe they wish they had because I really haven't been told this in a while, but I used to get told all the time how small I am. So if you think I'm small, what that make you? All right. Right. Now I'm the bad guy because I call you big. Biggie, not small. Okay. I'm telling y'all, my mouth is quick with it. Y'all get cute, LJ Young here, but my mouth really is dangerous. Telling you, I'm a Southern girl. We're used to roasting people. So as long as you're not saying that in a negative way, Dante, I don't mind. I don't mind when people tell me I'm tiny. But what I think is interesting is like, why are people giving me facts? Like it's like telling me I'm black. Really? I didn't even know that. Really? Okay, cool. Or when people say you're short, so why are you talking to me? Get out my face. Like, why are you giving me the facts? I have a smart mouth too. My button gets pushed wrong. I don't even know if my button got to get pushed wrong sometimes for me to have a smart mouth. Stop bar, yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for engaging. Push his buttons. I'm about to share a story with y'all that I pulled back. But yeah, I get told that I'm short often, and I don't know. My response to a lot of people is I know a lot of people who like it though. So you get away from me. Uh, get money. Yeah, we don't think it's offensive to tell someone they are skinny. We don't even know why they are that way. Yeah, people don't even. I think people because being skinny or tiny isn't supposed to be a negative thing, and so when people are that, when people bring it up, they think, yeah, they don't think it's offensive at all. Because we've made being big was offensive. But I mean, I don't get offended though when people tell me I'm tiny. I just hope people are ready for me to have my comeback. Because I don't think I've ever told somebody they were tiny. Because um, I've always been told that when you're on a certain level, it's hard for you to look down at people when you're too busy trying to keep going up, right? So if I'm still trying to raise to the top or rise to the top, I'm not looking down to talk negative on other people. So I've never had anything negative to say about anybody because I'm too busy looking up, and not because I'm short. People judge too much. Trading, huh? Laugh out loud. Wait till next month. I think people judge too bad. You gotta pay the buy. Y'all already know how when I first got on YouTube, y'all already know my insecurity or worry was people were gonna get on here and like troll me and say different things. And I was really worried about how I was gonna handle that. But y'all see, I don't care no more. I don't care no more. I have really grown with coming on here. People don't bother me. And I think that's why you have to be able to get over the fear. Because if I never got over my fear of getting on here and I was so worried about the trolls and negative comments people were going to say, I would have never met y'all. I wouldn't have this motivation and accountability of getting on here. Just focus on your craft, right? So that's where I'm at now. I get on here. Let's see where I'm at calorie wise. Oh, who texted me? You still get views when they troll. Yep. Thank you, Dante. I appreciate it. Y'all become my people too. Y'all know I got my core group. Y'all already know who y'all are. Y'all my core people. Y'all keep me moving. Y'all can already tell when y'all come in the chat how excited I get when I see y'all names pop up. Y'all got me feeling good today. It's like when I first get on, I'm not feeling good. I'm like, okay, we're gonna be on there for an hour. We're gonna get off. It's almost like sometimes I feel like I'm checking the box a little bit. And just remember, some days you might feel that way. And it's okay to feel that way. Um, just don't feel that way consistently. That's the rule. You can have your 1 or 2 times out the week, but let's stay under 50% of feeling that way. Treat it like your credit score when it comes to your debt to credit ratio. Keep that debt at 30%. So keep the negativity at 30% or less. And if you're good at credit, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you got good credit, you know what I'm talking about. And we sitting there trolling in this timeout room, right? Oh, Dante. This is only my second time in here. I like the small lives. I'm late anyway, laugh out loud. It's cool, stock bar. There's never really a late time to really come in. I mean, yeah, I talk about health and fitness topics throughout the live, but just get in where you fit in. Talk about anything. We did talk about how to control our eating habits, the mental state of mind. We talked about alternate food ideas, BBL surgeries. I didn't really go into the caloric deficient. Yeah, I didn't even touch that. I had that down as one thing to talk about. I also do cooking and stock and short stories. So so stock bar, you post on your YouTube channel like you do shorts. You're saying? Do you do long form or just shorts? Stock bar. Really fast. Let's see if I can go a little faster, y'all. Now this is a challenge, no, I'm just saying. I gotta concentrate now, y'all. Don't talk to me. I'm just kidding. But because this walking pad is not that wide, I just have to make sure my feet aren't going to the left or right because it'll be easy for me to fall off. Let me see how fast I was going. I was on 2.8. Love that family vibe. Fine fit 40 my clique. We don't give them a chance to troll LJ. We get on them fast. I started with shorts, but now it's mainly lives. Okay. LJ. When I see a comment, I look to see if they make content. I subscribe automatically, then comment on a few of their vids. If I'm not already following you with Stock Bar, I will subscribe to your channel and check some of your stuff out. I definitely love going to other people's pages and showing love and support. I'm trying to get to 2 miles on my watch with this speed, y'all. But yeah, I gotta lock in. Yeah, I've seen me almost fall off this walking pad before. That was walking forward. So just imagine trying to walk backwards. Oh, I meant to go faster, not slower. I think I'm at 3.2 right now, y'all. I can't look. I gotta get 2 miles on my watch. And then I'm gonna turn it back around and walk for a little bit. I kind of like this running backwards now. Hey, Dave. Sorry, y'all, I can't talk right now. Okay, I did it. I did it. Dave Cash, good work. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I was at 3 point something. I kind of fell off back of the fitness and was going more harder with the 20-day investing challenge. So y'all, let me tell you how I was scammed out of $2,000. Yeah, you heard right. $2,000. So, hold on, let me flip my walking pad around. Okay. So, there was, yeah. So there's this, so at one point, y'all know, like day trading or stocks, trading in general, and different things like that was like really big at one point. I think like back in like 2000, I want to say 2000, like 16 to 18 time frame. That's when like everybody wanted to be like a trader, want to invest in stocks. And so there was this group I used to follow, and I followed it for months, like to really, build that rapport, see if I really liked the guy that ran the group. And so basically he came out and said that if people want to invest with him, he would basically like you can give him the money. And I'm trying to give you out a short rundown, but you give him the money and he'll like basically do it for you. Because I really didn't want to take the time to really learn how to do it myself. I tried and I just felt like I wasn't at a place to do it on my own. So yeah. So let me tell you, he was like, y'all don't judge me. This was some years ago. I'm just being transparent, sharing my story. So he had this little like telephone a conference call, whatever, the whole group of people, and he was like, in order to invest with me, you had to at least start off with $2,000. That way, it at least makes it worth it. It was like anything less than that to me isn't really worth trying to trade because you're not really going to make a lot of money. Like, so he was like, or at least not right away. He was like, so for me, my limit is 2,000. You have to at least do a minimum 2,000. So he gave this whole like mind you, I've been following this man for months. It's not like I was just like, oh, sign me up. No, I have been following this man for, and it was like a group. It wasn't like just him. It was like an actual organization. Um, Everything looked legit. They had everything set up. Like it was. I actually was following his class for quite some time. But his thing was, and so everybody in the the call or whatever, you can see what people were like typing in the chat, and they were just like, "Oh, I wish I had the money to invest. This sounds like such a good idea." Hindsight 2020, looking back, I thought those were probably his friends or somebody. He said, "Hey, hype it up, make it sound like." So anyway, because I had the money, but we got to beat up. So because I had the money at the time, once again, y'all, this was 7 years ago. Because I had the money, I was like, you know what? I really want to pour into my future. I don't want to keep being scared. Scared money don't make money. So, like I said, the whole thing, and I've been following this man for months, y'all. So the same way y'all trust me, and y'all, you know what I'm saying? We talk almost every day on here. That's the same thing with him. So just imagine that, right? So it was a trusted situation. So I sent him the money. Y'all, why this man go ghost? Went ghost. And he's still out there doing this business, right? And I even reached out to a lawyer and I asked what could I do. But because of where he lived, I basically would probably spend more money trying to, because he was in California. So basically the crime technically happened in California. I think it was California. So I probably would spend more time and energy trying to go there, court fees and all that, over $2,000. And even though I'm not trying to belittle $2,000 because I would love to have that money back today, but at the end of the day, I said it's a lesson learned, and I never do it again. Yeah, they hustled me, Dante, for sure. I'll be back in prison. Stuff like that dude in Atlanta. Don't feel bad, LJ. I lost $5,000 in a club. How you lose $5,000 in a club, Dante? Now you got to tell your story. But a decent call option for the day, about $200 contract. I blew my account April 9th. Hey, lost on. Hey, after Trump ran his mouth and the market shut up. Oh, yep, chuck it up as a loss. Yeah, you got to be very careful and investigate people. So now I have a financial advisor and I just do things the safe way. So yeah. But yeah, I've only told that story to a few people because it was very embarrassing to lose that amount of money. But I really want y'all to understand, I really did my due diligence. I'm very frugal when it comes to my money. So I really trusted this guy and his company that, okay, that sounds good. And the thing was, the reason why it sounded good because it made sense. It's like, okay, if I'm giving you this money and you're gonna, he got a percentage of it too. So it's not like you're just doing it for free. Something, okay, that makes sense. You're making money off of my money. Okay, that sounds good. Hot wing, what's going on? Booyah. Okay, the money just fell out of my hand. It happened. Child, $5,000. How much you said? Was it five? Yeah, you said $5,000. How does $5,000 talk? You at a strip club? So you were at a strip club and what? It just fell out magically on all the dancers? You're so funny, Hot Wing. I honestly probably wouldn't mind that as a side job because I would see it as burning calories. I see anything like mowing grass, the push one, not the riding. I see everything as a let's burn some calories type of energy. So you're right, I might be good at that. What's easier than trading stock bar? It was a joke. Okay, cool. You so funny, Dante. I kind of felt that that's what you were getting at. You throwing them dollars, investing. So that's what I'm doing now, stock bar. I'm investing my money. And that's what I'm saying. I got a financial advisor and my money is being invested. And I don't want y'all thinking I'm balling. It doesn't take having a lot of money to get a financial advisor. So I don't want y'all thinking that. But yeah, I just want to make sure I was smart with the money I do have. Because money gonna leave you regardless. I just feel like, bills continue to, every month. you gotta automatically, you gotta put money, out of sight, out of mind. You just have to. Otherwise, you'll find a way to spend on something that's probably won't give you a long-term need. It'll be something short-term. So I had to make sure I put some money away. I swear I love it. The one thing that I do want to get into is real estate, as far as like buying properties and then flipping it. Um, or buying a house, being in it for a little bit, and then buying like another home that I can either rent or something like that. I did that for like 5 years with my house I had in Texas, but I need something local, something I can touch and see on the regular. I'll make it. You can have it all. I can afford the advice laugh out loud. I just studied a little. Now I know how to make it actually grow. So the financial advisor, from what maybe I just don't know how it really works, but from what I understand, it doesn't really cost a lot. With the money you invest, they only take a little bit per month or something like that. Like it's not really a lot from what I've seen with my account. Um, JJ Cash, hey, thank you for engaging with the chat. I appreciate you. I just invest my money into the streets. It doubles. Okay. Okay. Dante. Stop bar, American Eagle shot up 23% yesterday. See, with that type of stock, like with that type of investing, I don't understand that type of stuff. Um, I'll have to look at the stocks that my stuff is in right now, but yeah, I don't know nothing about that, which is why the financial advisor is needed. And I went with a reputable person or company, should I say, versus this dude who could take my money. So I learned my lesson, y'all. I went with an actual legit company that is well known. I'm in the process of getting my rental class 2. I'm starting class. That's the place to be, Charity. That is definitely the place to be. What I've been trying to teach people is to invest a little at a time. So this 28-day challenge is just us investing the same amount every day, and the goal is to try to get 20% by the. So where's this information at, Stock Bar? It's on your YouTube channel, right? It's on the YouTube, this name, Stock Bar, or did you say it was another name? Let me know. Let me know. I think a lot of times when we lack the knowledge for certain things, it just makes it hard for us to want to dig into that. Like I didn't really know much about real estate. My parents got me into it when I was younger, and now I understand like real estate is kind of like the long game a little bit, depending on like if you want to own the property first and then sell it type of deal. But the amount of money you gain from it is crazy. So, because houses for the most part are going to build equity, right? So they're going to appreciate. And then, so yeah, I don't know. I love it. I was just so naive at one point that I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And now I'm like, give me 5. Let me get these houses. But I don't have any right now. But my goal is to get some next year. Right now I'm trying to find what area I want to be in. Man, hit me up. Come jump in my lives after you finish yours. I got you. I'll show my portfolio. So what time do you go live, Stock Bar? And do you go live every day, or what's your schedule? Now I go live and you tap in right then. I try. Okay, I got you. I got you. About to drop this 5K on your board. One of those things people don't pay attention to. But I think the reason why people don't pay attention to real estate is because it sounds like it's hard to do, right? When people always talk about getting a property, you hear you got to put 20% down. You have to, your credit score has to be a certain way. Your debt to credit ratio needs to be a certain way. It makes it seem very like, whoo, you have to bring so much to the table. But really, if you have the right person in your ear walking you through it, it's really not that bad. Buy low, sell high is a real thing for sure. It's early in the morning, sometimes it's late at night, sometimes it's irregular, or I'm all over the place. Okay, so I'll just subscribe to your channel and then turn my notifications on. That way I'll see when you're on. Normally at 1 o'clock, 1 to 1:30, I normally get on this other person's live and try to show support. So, but I'm definitely, once I get done with this, I will subscribe to your channel. I'll look at some of your stuff, Stock Bar, and go from there. I just like learning. I am big on wanting to learn, especially when it comes to, because I want financial freedom, y'all. So, reluctant gamer, you came back, or have you just been here sitting quietly? Fitness and finance at 40. Fine Fit 40. Why I feel like I'm already following you. Okay, that name sounds so familiar. But okay, I'm gonna make sure I subscribe. All right, y'all. Let's talk about the rest of the week. So tomorrow we are stretching. Remember Wednesdays after working out Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday is a good day to really just stretch out full body without no other intentions but to stretch. We'll do dynamic and static stretch. Thursday, I am coming with a long form video. I promise you, I'm going to do it because I already have in mind what I really want to focus on. It's going to be a core video. And then Friday is full body. We're going to get it right, get it tight. And then Sunday, we're going to talk nutrition. Oh, I also want to share with y'all, I'm going to a soccer game, y'all. I didn't tell y'all I'm going to a soccer game. This will be my second time going. And I'm talking about a pro game. I ain't talking about no kids or nothing. I'm going to a professional soccer game. So I am excited. That is one thing I have to do once I get off of here is make sure I have everything in order. I got to figure out the whole parking, everything like that. But yeah, I'm going to the soccer game, y'all. I don't know who I'm cheering for. Like, I mean, I know which team I'm cheering for, but I don't really know which player. So I'm gonna go based off of looks. I juice on Wednesdays. I don't really like soccer. Like, I mean, I don't mind it. It's not a bad sport, but I'd rather watch it in person than on TV. So the only time I watch soccer is really like during the Olympics, or like it's like a big match. But for the most part, like through the season, no. A friend of mine wants to go to a soccer game, and I was like, okay, let's do it. So we're going tomorrow. So I am excited about that. Way more than 5 G's in the Kit Kat. You don't watch sports. I'm a track first, then football girl. I already told y'all my team is the Jaguars. I plan on going to a couple of their games because I want to see Travis Hunter. I want to see what he looks like playing and kind of how they use him. If they put him on offense or defense more. I don't really like our quarterback, but hopefully we have a better season than what we've had in the past. I'm really just the soccer game tomorrow. I'm just excited to go to. I like social events to a degree. I don't really like people like that, but I like when it's football. Concerts, I'm not too big on going to, but like a football, I mean like a sporting event, I kind of like the atmosphere. The one soccer game I did go to years ago, I just like the energy of the crowd. I feel like it was just very high energy. So your football team is Washington. What are your fitness goals? My fitness goals are to tighten my legs up. I think I focus more so on upper body a lot, so I focus on waist up because those are easier for me to tone genetically. Um, but most of my weight goes to my glutes and my thighs. So I just want to tighten my thighs up. Not too much though. I'm not trying to be muscular all around, but I just kind of want to tone up a little bit more. And I want to get my core back to where it used to be. My core, if I look at some of my old pictures, my core used to be very, 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 six packed out. So Kind of want to get back to that. My endometriosis did kind of make me pull back from doing a lot of core work. So that's why my long form video on Thursday will be core. And I want to show the ways that I built my core to the way it was. So people can kind of see. Dante, you're so funny. Always flirting with Charity. Okay, gymnastics, volleyball, go away. Y'all are funny. This live has been amazing. I appreciate y'all for like keeping me going. Like I tell y'all, that's nothing. They always say on your worst day, you should still like they say never quit on your worst day, quit on your best. That way you know for sure you want to quit. But what I will say is on your worst day, push through because I think it will become your best day, your better day, one of your better days, because it can only go up from there, right? So even though I wasn't feeling good this morning, you know, walking is actually pretty good for your gut health and to get your intestines and everything moving. So actually, me walking was actually a good thing for my body. Like I said, I am gonna get off here and drink a whole bunch of water though. Um, I got to get some lab work done today. Well, today or tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I need legs. So now your day gonna go up, Dante. But stop bar for legs. Like you gotta get in there and lift that weight. You gotta get that protein in and lift that weight to build that muscle mass. Your day's gonna be what you make it, Dante. We gotta make it positive. Like that's why right now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my day because every move you make can really determine how your day go. I got so many things in my mind right now that I want to get accomplished. I'm like, okay, slow down. Let's figure out what's the most important thing you need to do. Yeah, I think we'll do that in the morning. Yeah, figuring things out. Yeah, people always dip out on me. That's probably why I don't. What? Oh, boot the trolls. What you mean, like while you're on your live? Are you talking about at like the bar? I mean, not bar, like fitness stuff. Like, what are you talking about? Stock bar? They always dip on you, like when it comes to fitness or like your content. Dante, you gonna keep trying charity, aren't you? I mean, that's what I'm trying to work on. So that's why I told you this weekend when I went to the gym. That's always my focus when I go to the gym are my legs, just because they have more of the equipment for me to use. I have a lot of free weights, so free weights put more on my hips and my core. But when I go to the gym, I'm able to use a lot of different, of their equipment that kind of takes it off my midsection, so I'm not engaging it as much. So yeah, I definitely need to work on legs more than I do, but hey, we're getting there slowly. I'm at least doing more than what I was. We're gonna try to crank up around. Okay, I'll see if I'm available at 1:30. If not today, I'll definitely be on one of the days I know that you're, like I said, I'm gonna do your notifications. So whenever I see that you're on, I'll make sure I get on. But all right, y'all, it's time for your girl to go. I got some things I gotta get done today. I'll be back tomorrow. Remember, we're stretching it out tomorrow, so come join me so we can stretch and talk. But other than that, y'all, you already know, be kind, be nice, make the day what you want it to be. So if you want to have a good day, that's on you to make it a good day. If you don't, that's on you too. So let's have a good day, be productive, and beat me here, like Teresa and Pow did today. Beat me here tomorrow so we can stretch it out, y'all. Stretch it out. All right, y'all. It's been real.